makeup video, soft glam makeup video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. I use some products that I use on the daily basis, and also I bought some products from Target that I wanted to use, especially for today's video, because I always love to experiment with new products. So I hope you guys like it. Let's get started. Alright guys, so we're gonna get started. Here I am with my bare face skincare already done. I always do this before I do anything with my makeup. I'm going to put my hair back with this pretty headband that I have here. Literally got it for I think less than $1. It's just awesome to get everything out of your face, especially when you're doing makeup. You don't want any hairs or anything getting in your makeup, so here we go. Brows first is always a must for me whenever it comes to my makeup, so here I am using NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, and it's actually in the color Espresso, a dark brown color. I've been using this tinted brow mascara from NYX for a while now. I just find it the most simplest way to just, you know, give your brows a bit more color and just to shape them up and to make them just look really nice and clean. So here I am just going along my natural brow shape that I personally tweeze myself. I don't really go anywhere anymore to get my brows done. It's just a waste of money in my opinion, and I can just do everything at home. So I'm just simply just brushing along my brow shape, just filling all the spaces in with that natural brown color. To define my brows, I'm actually going to be using a MAC angled brush. Just to give my brows a more defined, sharp look, I'm just getting the color off of the mascara brush and just applying it to my brows that I had already used the mascara with, but this is really just to give that nice shape to my brows along the arch and everything, just really soft hair strokes as I use this brush, just like that. Next, I'm going to be using this smaller brush to highlight underneath my brow bone. So I'm just going to use a little bit of foundation, the same foundation I'm actually going to use for my face to highlight underneath the brow. And I am only applying a small amount to the brush just to subtly give a little bit of a highlight. Just that much. I don't even think I used all of that. Just a little bit, just to give it a nice little highlight and to just give the brow that extra defined shape. I do have some product left over, so I'm just going to get a quick beauty sponge just a beauty sponge, and just spread the rest of the foundation that I have on my hand over my lid. And just like that, brows are done. Alright, so before I do my eyeshadow, I am going to set my eyes with the Kylie Jenner Skin Concealer. In the shade I'm using is Pine Nut. I usually use the shade Maple, to be honest, but Maple is sold out a lot, so Pine Nut it is for right now. So I just really spread it around all over my lid with the same small brush I use to highlight underneath my brow bone. So just like it's showing here, I'm just spreading it along both of my lids, just making sure I cover every part of my lid. And then if I have extra product, I'll just kind of smooth it on over just like so. Here with my Eco Tools beauty sponge, I'm just kind of spreading around the product everywhere else that I can, just to kind of highlight my brows, kind of define the shape a little bit more, just kind of spread it around if there's just extra product. So after my concealer, I'm going to set the concealer with some setting powder. The setting powder I'm using is actually the Pacifica Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder. This powder, guys, smells amazing. Smells like roses, smells like cherries. It just smells beautiful and amazing. And just a very light stroke across the eyelids just to quickly set the eyes before we put on some eyeshadow. The first palette I'll be using is the Laura Mercier Eye and Cheek palette, and the first color I'll be using is the color Galaxy to highlight underneath the brow bone to give a cute shimmer. Now with a 570 SE MAC brush, I'm going to be using the color Vanilla Nuts to brush all over my eyelid as a nice base. This color isn't completely white, it's like a pearl white. It's a nice off-white color to put a nice base to my lid. Here I'm going to be using a blending brush, and the color I'll use is going to be Fresco, and this is just going to go on my crease. What I really like to do is just completely blend this color all over my crease. Even when it gets closer to my tear duct, I really just like to have this color all completely blended out so you have that structure, that shape of where all the colors that you're going to add should go. Next, with the same blending brush, I'm going to be using the color Café au Lait. If that's wrong pronouncing it, bear with me. This is a French brand. I don't know how to say a lot of these names, so bear with me here. But I am going to blend this color almost like in a triangle shape along the outer corners of my eyelid. So I'm just going to keep blending into that triangle shape until it's completely blended out, so everything looks even and blended and nothing looks too harsh. Honestly, guys, the great secret to awesome eyeshadow looks is to blend, 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 blend. There's no limit to blending in my book. Next palette I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Natural Eyes eyeshadow collection palette, and I am going to be using the color Push Up. The color Push Up is a beautiful metallic brown color, has a beautiful shimmer to it, and I really like to use it on a lot of my eye looks. Here I'm going to be lightly putting it into my crease along where I had put in that other color in that triangle shape. So I'm just going to kind of blend it out with the rest of those other two colors that I just applied, just like that. Next, I am actually going to be using the color Honey Pot, and this is my favorite color. This is a beautiful gold color, and I'm going to be applying it all over my lid. Yes, I'm using my finger. Using my finger, in my opinion, is the best way to apply a color that I like to put all over my lid. So now I'm using a smaller brush, which is the MAC 575 SE brush, and I am using this brush to blend the gold with the rest of the bronze colors that I used for this eye look, just to make everything look blended and even. And after I add Honey Pot, then I go back with Push Up with the same brush and just blend everything all together again. I just love the Push Up color. I love how metallic it looks. Using a MAC 57 SE brush, I'm going to be going back to the Laura Mercier palette, and I'll be using the color Galaxy again that I used to highlight under my brow, and I'm going to use that same color and put it in my tear duct. now I'm going to be using a MAC angled brush to create liners. So I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow liner using the color Espresso on the Laura Mercier palette. And I do lick the brush so it can come out darker from the espresso color off the palette. So here I am, and I'm going to create a simple line shape to create the liner look. To grab the 575 SE MAC brush again and blend out the espresso color that I just applied as the liner to my lid, just to kind of buff it out. I am doing a soft glam look today for the video, so I do want to make it look as natural as possible. I don't want it to look very, very harsh like liquid liner. With an angled brush, I'm going to be using the color Minx to add to the liner shape that I just buffed out. And this does have a shimmer to the color, so it's just a fun color to add to the liner. So I'm just going to apply it in the same shape that I would apply liner, just to give it a different bronzy color. It may be weird, but licking the brush, in my opinion, it makes the color appear darker. So after I applied the bronze color to the liner, then I'm going to extend the liner that much more so I can have that wing shape, that winged look, but still keep it pretty natural. So I'm not making it super, super defined. With the other smaller brush, I am buffing it out again because, like I said, I do still want this eye look to look nice and natural. I am doing a wing shape, so I am mixing two colors off the Laura Mercier palette so I can create a closer to a black color for the wing shape part. I want the wing shape part to look darker, so you can really tell that I do have liner on, and some may even mistake it for liquid liner. So this is kind of just like the little trick to make your liner pop out more, or even if you are doing glam and you want to use eyeshadow liner instead of liquid liner, this is a great tip to use when you want to glam up your look.
Fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of
that. So for now, I'm done with my eyes. So to clean up underneath my eyes, I either use a towelette or a Q-tip. Right now I'm just going to use this face wipe to just clean up all underneath my eyes. Any eyeshadow that fell off when I was applying or anything else like that, I'm just nice and gently just sweeping off any excess eyeshadow, any excess makeup that got on my cheeks, on my nose, anything like that, and just wiping away and kind of almost creating more of a defined eye shape. So just really cleaning up under the liner that I just did, the shadow, so it's nice and clean and sharp. Foundation time. My foundation that I've been stuck with is the Il Makiage I Woke Up Like This Shade 100 foundation. I don't know why I told you guys all those details, but in case you were wondering, there you go. Well, that was a fail, but I am going to be using this foundation with a small foundation brush. I used to use a beauty blender, but I just realized that a foundation brush is the way to go when it comes to applying foundation. I realized that putting foundation on my hand was not working. It wasn't enough coverage for me, so I ended up just putting some on my face and blending it out there. So it blends really well. I think that's why I love this foundation so much. It honestly feels sometimes like I'm just wearing sunscreen. It feels so light and it blends super well. So I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Orange to color correct. I do have dark circles, so I wanted to do some color correcting to diminish my dark circles. I've always wanted to try color correcting because everyone and their mom does it. So just wanted to try it out for this time around. I really enjoy it, but I think I just went overboard for trying my first time. I honestly had no idea what I was doing, so bear with me here. I look like a crazy person, like a clown, but trust me, it all gets better after this.
Evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed.
Now with the beauty sponge, I am just going to blend out this color. I didn't wet it. I think it would have been better if I wet the sponge. Yeah, I should have wet it, but you know, it is what it is. I look even creepier and scarier, but I'm just blending out the color just to kind of get the orange everywhere that I want the orange to go. Yeah, I just look crazy. Back with the Kylie Jenner concealer, I am going to apply it over all the orange areas that I just applied. For the color correcting, I am going to apply all this concealer underneath my lids and just make sure I cover all the orange that I applied, because your girl does not want to look orange for her soft glam makeup look. No, that's just not okay. And I'm going to be applying the rest of the concealer onto the bridge of my nose to highlight, and my forehead and my chin, along with my cupid's bow. Now, you guys might find this weird, but I blend my concealer with two different sponges. I am actually using a silicone sponge or applicator, whatever you want to call it, to start to blend out my concealer. And it works really well, in my opinion. It just kind of starts the job to just get everything all spread out and even, and then I start to kind of finish it all off with buffing everything out with my Eco Tools Beauty Blender.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
Okay, now to set my concealer, I'm going to go back to the Pacifica translucent setting powder and set my concealer under my eyes, on my forehead, on my nose, everywhere that I basically put concealer. Now with a medium-sized angle brush, I am going to use the Laura Mercier eyeshadow palette again and use the bronze color that's on there. It's actually for bronzer, and I am going to apply it right on my cheekbones for contour, a nice light contour. I personally don't use cream contour sticks or anything like that. Any cream related products, I use all powder products. I just like the all natural finished look. After applying my bronzer, I'm grabbing my Eco Tools Beauty Sponge and applying the Pacifica Translucent Setting Powder right underneath my contour so I can have a defined contoured look where I placed my bronzer, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm just going to bake my face. to let the contour set and do its thing. Now with the medium-sized flat brush, I'm going to be using the bronzer color again, and I'm going to contour my nose. I'm still pretty new at this contouring my nose thing, so bear with me if it's not the best. I am still a rookie at this, so bear with me. And then really quick with the same Pacifica translucent setting powder, I'm just baking the parts that I applied the bronzer on my nose. I don't think I did a great job at this, but here it is. For highlight, I have been in love with the Bare Minerals Illuminating Mineral Veil Powder. I have been using this highlight powder for quite some time now. It is just a beautiful soft pink highlighter that can be used to glam up your look or for a no makeup look. Like, this highlighter is seriously everything. So I like to apply it everywhere on my cheeks, sometimes above my eyebrows, on my nose, on my cupid's bow. Go crazy with this. Like, it's so cute and beautiful.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed.
After applying the highlighter, I just brush off the rest of the powder that's remaining from my contour bake and just brush off anything else that's pretty much there, like off my nose, the contour that I had there, just any other powder that's remaining on my face, I just brush off. And I am going to go back in with the Galaxy color from the Laura Mercier palette and apply it again in my tear duct. It got a little bit taken off when I was applying the concealer and brushing off some of the powder, so I'm just applying it again to give it that nice pop of shimmer in my tear duct. To finish off my eyes, I'm going back in with the color Push Up from the Natural Eyes Too Faced palette, and I am going to apply it right underneath my eye, just to kind of complete the look. This is the same color that I used for my eye look on my lid, so I'm just really completing the look with just really brushing it underneath, kind of smudging it, just kind of giving a nice pretty shimmer underneath my eye. And I forgot to show you, but I'm also adding a little bit of honey pot to kind of add to the extra shimmer underneath the eye, just to kind of blend the metallic bronze from Push Up and then blend in the nice gold with honey pot. For mascara, I decided to get a new mascara at Target and get one of the products from Undone Beauty. It's the Holographic Depth and Shine Light Reflecting Mascara. And I just thought to try it out instead of waiting forever online to get a mascara that's even more expensive than this one. This one literally cost me $10 at Target. Super nice. And I just thought, why not to try a different mascara. It's vegan, paraben, and cruelty-free. There is castor oil for lash nourishment and conditioning, and light reflecting pigments for depth and shine. So why not? And honestly, when applying this mascara, I really love it. It's so light, it's not clumpy at all, and it really lengthens your lashes, to be honest.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
This mascara though. Undone Mascara. Another product I decided to try out from Target by Undone Beauty was their 2-in-1 Prime and Set Powder. I decided to use this powder to put all over my face after I did all the makeup, just to kind of set everything that maybe just didn't get enough powder before. You know, you can never set too much, right? For my setting spray, I decided to use the Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist Spray from Target. I got it from Target and it was just another one that I just wanted to try out. I have been on the kick of using the Kylie Jenner setting spray because I just loved how it set my face. And honestly, I really like this one too. It's made of rose water and oh my gosh, it smells so good and it just feels so good on my face. Now before putting on my lipstick, I like to apply a simple coconut oil chapstick. I like to use the coconut oil chapstick to prep my lips so my lips aren't super chapped by the time my lipstick dries. So I am going to use one of two lipsticks, the Frida Kahlo by Ulta Beauty. It's the matte liquid lipstick of the collection that is sold at Ulta Beauty, and I am in love with this color. It is a beautiful rose color, beautiful like soft rose color that can honestly go with daytime, nighttime, anytime. So this is always my go-to everyday lipstick, but I am also going to mix up this lipstick with Gerard Cosmetics Bullet Lipstick. It is not a liquid lipstick, it is just a bold lipstick, and it is in the color Vintage Rose.
But mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
Look guys, I use Target products, my daily products for my makeup video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more makeup videos. I just love experimenting with new products, so stay tuned for more videos. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.